is before I move into talking briefly about the state of collaboration, I want to thank a few people for their support. This is our 7th symposium on collaborative journalism, which is crazy. I know, Eliza, right? Woo! Joe and I were talking about that earlier. We're like, we've done this 7 times now, and you all still keep coming back because the work that you're doing is so important and deserves to be highlighted and discussed. But we could not do this without the support of our sponsors. So the Center for Cooperative Media at Montclair State, we're a program of the School of Communication and Media, and every dollar that we raise goes to do this. We're not making money. Everything that comes in goes out, and so without the support of Inasmuch Foundation, Democracy Fund, Knight Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Microsoft Start, our home, Montclair State, Journalismo Colaborativo, and the Community Information Cooperative, we would not be able to do this. Their generous dollars pay for this space, for our speakers to get here, for some of you to get here, for our food, for the signs, and everything else, so thank you. And also a big thank you to our event staff, Denise Shannon and Joe Amditas. Joe is the tech guy behind the curtain, and Denise is out front freaking out about the name tags. I'm really sorry, Denise. I didn't have those laid out, but tell her it's no big deal, and we'll all figure it out. So now we're going to get into the state of collaboration. So Joe, do you want to move me to the slides? Cool. And I kind of want to use a hand mic. Is this on? You can hear me? Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to do this rather quickly. I've got about 5 minutes before we bring our keynotes up. We've got a series of 3 keynotes this morning. But every year at the Collaborative Journalism Summit, we start off looking at the state of collaboration. So this year for the state of collaboration, we looked at some of the trends that we track at Montclair State at the Center for Cooperative Media, and I also asked the Collaboration Managers group. There's a group of about 80 people, many of you are in this room, who are collaboration editors or collaboration managers in the United States. And so I asked for their feedback too. So let's get going. First one, Joe. There we go. So the power of collaboration. So this one specifically, Brianna Bailey, are you here? I know I saw your name tag. Yes. So I used your quote up here, Brianna, because I thought it was like so perfect. So like I said, this is the 7th time we've done this, and so many news organizations now, independent, hyperlocal, public media, nonprofit media especially, commercial more so, understand that working together, especially in today's environment, just what Peter was talking about with all the complex issues happening in our world, is important, and it's here to stay. Collaboratives keep launching, more collaborative editors being hired, and I just thought Brianna's quote was amazing. You can read it. I don't have to read it for you, but I love the last line. People don't care anymore. It's about more ego than anything, reporter's ego, and ego is the enemy of good journalism. So, yes. Next, investigations. So, oh my gosh, Joe, I didn't finish the slide. So does anyone want to be quoted? I'll add you up here later. So investigations continue to be the #1 driver of collaborations, investigations and accountability journalism. In a moment, you're going to hear from the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists and the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, who can attest to this because they do some of the best of it in the world. This in the United States continues to drive collaboration, investigation, accountability journalism. Y'all are collaborating on other things too, but this is still #1. All right, cross-field work. So this is something that we see more and more of over the last few years. Civil society organizations working with journalists to produce stories that drive impact. And this is a sticky line for some of us because you feel like you're moving into advocacy work. But more and more people are understanding that journalists are advocates for your community. And if you're going to help drive change and justice, that's okay to take a side. If we all want clean water, what's wrong with taking a side? Libraries are becoming partners more. Rita Allen Foundation is funding right now civic science journalism collaborations. A few of you in the room actually got grants. You got your grant letters yesterday specifically to do this kind of work, and we're going to see a lot of this more and more. And I put a quote up from there from Dana. I don't think Dana's here yet. Dana Kester, I haven't seen you yet. From 100 Days in Appalachia about local news convening, connecting civil society, movement workers, and others, especially in democracy defense. And we're going to see more and more of that. All right, next one. Oh yes, collective sustainability. Melanie Plunder, where are you? I saw you. Yeah, yes, there you are in the back. So Melanie's going to be talking about this at INN Days with some other folks on that panel. But more and more we see collaboratives that are working together to not only raise money to keep the collaborative going, but to lift all boats, to help all of them become sustainable. And so this is going to be a theme that you'll see if you're going to INN Days. They're going to talk about this kind of fundraising. And it's really important, and we're going to continue to see that. And Melanie, I was supposed to put your quote there. God, you guys, I didn't finish my slides. I'm going to email this all to you. It's going to be finished, so don't worry. But business side partnerships continue to grow. I don't know if you saw Local Media Association and their announcement with Deloitte recently. URL Media is really focused on business side stuff, and we're going to hear from Ella there today or tomorrow. So this is something that we continue to see. Next one. Content sharing, yeah, so content sharing starts a lot of collaboratives. You think, oh, we don't really feel comfortable working together, but we'll share our content. And that's continuing. It's becoming more formalized, and there's infrastructure being built for it. Frank Mungin from LMA isn't here, but he'll tell you more about the platform that they've been building that helps their climate collaborative share stories. AP Story Share, we've talked about a lot of these, but there's more formalized networks and infrastructure being developed. And if you're at INN Days, ask Sam about it, because this is something that he's leading at INN. And I think that's it. No, we got one more. Yes, engagement. So civic and community engagement are driving a lot of collaboratives, and they are informing a lot of collaboratives. Liza Gross and the Solutions Journalism Network has been a leader in this because she makes sure that all of her solutions journalism collaboratives have community engagement components. That's a non-negotiable. And we see that happening through a lot of collaboratives. Deep listening, the work that AJP is doing, I don't know if Fiona is, yep, Fiona's here. A lot of the work that you do is informed when you go into a market by listening to the community and really spending time doing research. And that informs a lot of the partnership work that we see, which is so, so, so important. And that's going to continue. And Sean's here. I just saw Sean a couple minutes ago. The idea that it's inclusive, that the initiative they do with Every Voice, Every Vote is about touching every section of the city. It's not a bunch of journalists deciding what needs to be done. It's real deep, meaningful community engagement. I see Allie over there nodding, yes. And that's it. So that's how we see the current state of collaboration. Love to hear your feedback, your thoughts. Email me, tweet me, and I will make sure I finish that slide deck. And it'll go out in the at the end of the conference. We will send all the slides to everyone, so you have all of that stuff. 9:16. I'm only 1 minute behind. Nice. All right. Woo. Oh, thank you. Thank you.